The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Real Witch Doctor here. Hey, we're kicking off a flight here with Prepar3d. I've been working hard trying to get a good flight with playback and getting some awesome footage and stuff like that. I think I finally got this third-party software and stuff all worked out. Oops, hang on, let me turn this off. There we go. So let me get this kicked off and then we'll talk here a little more. So we are taking a flight from San Diego to Phoenix, a short little hop. We are in, we can go to an outside view here. How about we go this one?
I'm out for the walk around.
There we go. So we are American Airline flight number 2671, San Diego to Phoenix. I got this Chaseplane, third-party camera here. Pretty cool. I like it. Something's wrong with that jetway, but we'll ignore it. Let's go back inside. Get the ball rolling. I want to get as much of this all pre-programmed up so I can test everything out here. So let me start with actions. We've got fuel already calculated. So we are flying out with 12,237 in the fuel. Let's go back. Payload. I'm just making it simple. 10 first class passengers, because we're flying with a total of 143 passengers. 133 people in a cattle car and 10 people sitting comfortable. Cargo, we got 7672 for the front. And I've got 7673 for the back. If you're wondering where I get all these like numbers and stuff, I use a PFPX and just random generate a bunch of numbers. Thus is how I get what I have, just kind of keep things interesting. I'm not going to overly worry about doing catering and stuff like that. I'll push to get like everybody on just because I don't want to have to mess with all of it right now. I want to just see if this all works out great. And if it does, bitchin'. And if it doesn't, well, I guess we'll go from there. All right, so we've got KSAN. Oof. So I've already got IRSs in the process of being aligned, so we will deal with that when we get to it. KP, where's HX? Bam. So we are on AA flight 2671. 2671. Boom. So we are, oops, we're not there yet. We're here. We are departing San Diego from runway 27 on the Zoo 2 departure to, that was Imperial, if I remember right, was the name? India Papa Lima. So bam, put that rod up on there. And after that, we are going to be a Jet Route 18. Where's J18? Bravo Zulu Alpha. I do not remember the name of that bore. And then we're coming in on the Hogs, or the Hyder one with the Hogs transition. So we're going to put in HOGGZ for Hog. Bam. So see, IRSs are now already aligned, so we'll get those in a moment. Phoenix, I'm going to come in for an ILS 26 right, because that's going to be the side where the American terminals are. We have the 25 left and right and 26. So let's find Hyder 26 Hogs. Are we coming in on the Zerlo transition? Let me pull up the chart here. Charts. Let's take a look. Not that. Bam. Where are we looking at? Foul. I am not seeing it. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to find this transition that it's referring to. Oh, Zerlo. Zerlo transition. I could do Zerlo. Yes. And slap that down up on. Activate, execute. I'll go back and check the route here in a second. Let's get back up here. Nope. Index. Get our positions in. Next. Bam. Previous. And bam. There we go. IRSs are set. Route. Make sure there's no discontinuity. We got a little bit of vectoring going on there. Okay, we're good there. I'll step through it after I get the performance. Performance stuff in. 0 fuel weight. We have 2.5 for the reserves. 40 for cost index. 12.5 on the fuel. We're doing flight level 290. Cruise winds is 235 at 8, pretty average. 38, not 8. Bam. All right, so those look good. Execute that biatch. Next. We're doing a D-rated takeoff. 33, D-rated 2. And I'll do a D-rated climb out as well. Nothing hardcore. Oops. Why did 33 not take? There we go. Let's change it up to climb 1. Okay, that's fine.
Hi, here are some water bottles for you. The security and safety checks are complete. Are we okay to start boarding?
Yes, please.
Thanks. Clear to board.
All right, so I'm going to kick off GSX to start the boarding passengers just because. There we go. Just do transport service. So the issue is I'm supposed to be on gate 25, but gate 25 is being taken by static, so we're on gate 26. Let's see if it kicks off. If not, I'll redo the jetway here. Center of gravity, get that in. Flaps 5. Next. Runway winds was going to be at, I got that here, 230 at 7. No slope, because, there we go. Passengers getting on. Because Prepar does not.
Everything looks good.
Open, left entry, forward. What are we not opening up here? So, FS actions, doors. It is open. Alright, we'll just do a close and then open again. There we go. Even though the door's open, for whatever reason, the software doesn't recognize it, but whatever. Alright, so V1, 138, rotates at 140, and V2's at 146, and we're at 5.4 on the trim, so let's get trim set up here. Full takeoff. Or do you want that on?
Hello.
Okay, that looks good enough. It's close. So we got, what, 146 I said?
Hello.
146. So before we get too far here, let me get these on and going. And the initial climb out on the altitude's 12,000. We'll get the rest of this all squared away in a moment here. Let me do the, I'm going to pre-flight here. Boom.
Hello. Thank you.
Lights.
Hello.
You do enough of these here, you get to the point, you're just like, yep, got this. Bam, bam. All right, boom. Should get 2 red, 1 yellow, and 3 yellows, and we're good. All right. So, while that there, let's get altimeter set 3003. I'm going to set minimums to, or the minimums to 1,000, which is acceleration height. Oops, too far. There we go. Let me roll this back a little more. Hey, get working. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we're square there for the most part. Oh yeah, we wanted to do... Look at the plan. Let's go back to route. And we're supposed to be able to... Was it route or legs? I think, yeah, it was legs. So, let me zoom in a little bit here so we can see what we got going on. So we're step, boom. Blues, IP, heats. BCA, hogs. Got a diesel, fighter, the Aglash, zero low. That takes us all the way in. Isn't there a way to step backwards? Probably not. Alright. Let me step back through. I'm just wanting to make sure that we're routing up. I mean, either one of these will do it, but I'd rather be up on our Jamel. Zero low. Alright, anyways, pull this back to the map. Leave that there, and I'm just going to step back. Previous page. Hider, Geo, Travel, Lemon. Double check the chart here.
I'm right next to her.
Oh, we're coming down on the bottom here. We're not flipping up towards the top.
Thank you.
Interesting. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Keeps us out of the way of traffic. Oh, actually, no, I can see that where we're coming in on the 10s, not on the 26s. Okay, no, that's fine. Never mind. Ignore me on this one. Alright, so we've got charts looking good. I need to go back to... not there. In here. I'm happy with where we're at there. He can go there. So he's still working on his stuff. We're at 14 minutes out. I'm going to just flip through my chart real quick. See what we're looking at. So we're boarding. I test the lights, switches, EFIS is where flight workers are all not to test this. Gate flights are out. Got my instrument, parking, radio, flight. Okay, so we are sitting good right now, aren't we? What was this? Control Alt Shift. 2 takes me there. 3 takes me up here. Maybe 4 takes me to the other one. Nope. Oh, okay. I guess that's how this is gonna go. I don't know why it flipped there. Anyways, whatever. I'm just kind of browsing through here, make sure this all looks good.
I'm right next to her.
We're on ground power, so we can at least look at that. Alright, yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm right next to her.
I got that set up on a hot button on the controllers here. So let's do pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist, please.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal. Auto.
Hello.
Window heat. On.
Thank you.
Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 264, altimeter 3004.
Checked. Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cutoff.
Pre-flight checklist
Hello.
complete.
Thank you.
Alright. Happy with that there. I've got cleared MCP altitude set. Let's set something along the lines like that. I'm happy with that there. So we're gonna chill here for a moment. Alright, so hopefully everybody's got an awesome weekend going on. I will be picking up some nice plywood to redo my office floor. It's not what you kind of think I'm going to be doing. I'm not just laying down big sheets of plywood to redo it. I'm actually going to rip them down into small planks, about 3.5, 4 inches wide, roughly 2 feet long, so they're all staggered out. Cut the tongue and groove in them. I'm going to try this Japanese burn technique that I've been looking at, and I really like, because if you do it right, it almost looks like that tiger bamboo when you give it a nice stain. So I'll do that. I'm going to take like one plank and I'll chop it up into small pieces and test it with different color stains to see how it finishes out. And whichever one I like the best after I'm all said and done burning and sanding them, I'll stain it with that one and then put a nice poly over the top of it, like 3 or 4 coats, and then I'll just lay them in the office as I would with any flooring. I got like this cheap, crappy 3mm vinyl hardwood floor stuff. I mean, it works for what it is with the traffic that's in here, but I want to put something nice in. I painted the office so it looks good. I just want to get a nice floor in here and then get moving on to building the sim. One of the things I do like, a person that I've been watching building his 738, or actually rebuilding it and putting it into his home out of a shell, has developed it to be all modular so you can take it all apart and get it out through a door, which is beautiful, which is what I wanted to do with the Lear. But as large as it wasn't going to go out the door. But, you know, it's up in smoke now, so that doesn't matter. So I was watching, you know, because I wanted to get this nice 80-watt laser cutter to make my own panels and work on other projects, which I still want to get a laser cutter, but the amount of money you have to throw up front for that, he had pointed out a website where you can buy basically all your paneling for your 737, you know, and the price will vary based on how complete you want your panels. So like the whole overhead panel, the forward overhead, I can get all the panels, everything on it, switches, buttons, God, I'm drawing a blank, the encoders, anything along those lines, everything would be on it. I'm looking at about $500. Not bad, maybe a little more based on the conversion because they're based out of the UK. But you're looking at about $500. Hang on, let me get the departure brief going on here. It's time for that, and then we'll talk more.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off from the gate. Taxi route will be assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff using rated thrust, planning a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. In the event of a malfunction prior to V1, I will either call reject or continue. Standard low-speed reject procedures below 80 knots. Between 80 knots and V1, I will only conduct a high-speed reject in the case of an engine fire or failure, predictive wind shear warning, or if there's any condition that makes the aircraft unable or unsafe to take into the air. I will simultaneously close the thrust levers, disconnect the auto throttle, apply maximum manual braking or verify the operation of the RTO auto brake, apply maximum reverse thrust, verifying the extension of the speed brake and bring the aircraft to a complete stop and set the parking brake. We will then run the appropriate checklist and evaluate our options. If you can monitor my actions and make the standard reject takeoff calls, including any abnormalities that you observe before advising ATC. From V1, or if the call is to continue, I will continue the takeoff as per standard company procedures. We will climb to the minimum sector altitude and track clear of local terrain. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. All going well, the departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. Flight directors are on, minus master, yours a slave. Navigation radios are set. The NOTAMs and aircraft defect logged have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
None.
Departure brief complete.
Alright, we're getting close to being done here. Anyways, so, hang on, we got it. Oh. There we go.
Here's the load sheet for you.
Thank you. Alright, so there we go. Where are we at with our pack? On about 7 minutes. Okay. So, you know, the panels, I can buy them as I need to go, so I'm obviously starting off with the MIP first, which basically is going to be everything through here, and your knee panels, not the FMC or the EFIS at that point. But are we verifying? Not yet. So, you know, we're looking at that, and that's... it wasn't a lot. So the nice thing is I can buy them in sections.
Verified
And then...
takeoff speeds.
Oops, there we go. Verified.
I'm right next to Thank you.
Verified.
Check.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we're looking. So I can just buy them in sections as I go, and we'll be good, which is awesome. But I'll still get the laser engraver. I'm working on getting some other stuff set up. Yeah, I mean, I'll get it, and it'll be a business right off for what I got planned with that. We can turn these on. At this point, I need to set runway heading. I don't remember what runway heading is. We can get it up off this, so 27's 274. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be really dope. 274. We'll set course to 274 as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, on behalf of the flight crew and staff, we want to welcome you aboard the aircraft and thank you for choosing us for your flight and travel carrier. If there's anything that we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, please ask the cabin crew. Thank you.
Alright, so let's take a look to see where we're at. Besides, this is slammed up in the plane. It's not really using the Sobe jetways, unfortunately. At least I might need to rerun the Sobeys to get it to redo itself. So we push back. We're going tail to the left, nose to the right. So I was supposed to be here, but clearly this is not allowing it to be an active. Was it there? No, it was on this side, over here. Yeah, right there. There's a aircraft there. Like, who that there in my spot? Yeah, so right here. I was supposed to go there, but we're in an old American livery. That's all right. You know, it all works out. Let's get back in the aircraft. We got shit to do. So 4 minutes out. Let's get before start checklist to the line going. Before start checklist to the line.
Before start checklist to the line. Fuel 12.2 thousand pounds. Pumps on. Passenger signs on. Windows.
Locked on the left.
Locked on the right. MCP.
V2146. Heading 274. Altitude 12000.
Checked. Takeoff speeds.
V1138. VR140. V2146. V1138. VR140. V2146.
Checked. CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed. Rudder and aileron trim.
Free and zero. Free and zero. Free and zero. Free and zero.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Before start checklist completed to the line.
How many times can you say free and zero? Should be starting APU here in a moment.
Shall we start the APU?
Yes, please.
Starting APU.
All right, APU's going on. We've got 3 minutes before we push back. All good people out of the way. Yeah, so GSX is done with that. I am going to push the jetway out of my way. Apparently I'm still waiting for something. Jetway may be broken. I don't know. We'll reset it if we need to. Actually, let's just reset it now. Fuck it. I didn't give it enough time. That is okay. And I'm going to get this started. this will take a moment. I think I finally got this software all figured out. All right. So boarding will be completed here in a moment.
APU on the buses.
Hey
Cool.
guys, all passengers are on board. Are we clear to close?
Thank you.
Thanks. See you up there.
All right, so I gotta wait for the door to light to go out. He's gonna get everything set here. How we doing? Yaw dampers on. All right. Exit closed. Before start checklist below the line.
Flight deck door closed and locked. Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist complete.
Start sequence is 2, then 1. Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Alright. Oops, there we are. We'll do airport terminal services. So we said we're going nose to the right, tail to the left. And no. Alright, here comes the tug. So I'm hoping with this whole software here, I got this all worked out, and we'll get some pretty good after shots with this and everything. That's the goal.
We are ready for pushback.
I just want to get this flight done here as quick as possible.
Locking gear.
All right.
Departure check completed. Flight has been inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
All right. So let's get this bird going. Start engine 2.
Starting 2.
We don't have a hot. All right, I'm happy with how that's going. Unable 30 knots. We can rectify that by changing our descent down early. Alright, so
Starter cutout.
be at 2466. This will die down here briefly. Awesome. Start engine 1. Start engine 1.
Starting 1.
We now request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features
Alright,
of the aircraft.
so let's watch
When
this
the seatbelt
one.
sign illuminates, you must fasten your
Set
seatbelt.
parking brakes.
Ensure the flat metal
Temperature's
buckle,
on.
pull the loosen straps and tighten it up. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience turbulence. There are
Boom.
several emergency exits.
Watch
on
for
this
the hot
aircraft.
start.
Two forward,
Make
two
sure we're
aft,
good.
two over each wing. Please take a
Engine
moment to
temp's
locate
going
the
up.
exit next to you.
Oil pressure's
In some
going
cases,
up.
the exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you toward the exit. Doors can be opened by moving the
And
handle
one's
in the
looking
direction of the
okay,
arrow.
and
Each
two's
door is
good,
equipped with
fuel
an
flow's
inflatable
good,
slide, which
pressure's
may
going
also be
up,
attached and used as a life raft.
temperature's starting to rise on
Oxygen and
the
air pressures
oil.
are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression, an
Unlocking
oxygen mask
gear.
will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth.
Starter cutout.
Inside your head.
Starter
Light has
cutout.
been removed.
Although the
Alright,
mask is on the plane,
so
most
we're
participants
looking at
will use
what,
the
2,
mask.
4,
If you're traveling
well
with a
he just
child
killed it
or
all.
someone who requires
So
assistance,
we'll go
secure
up
your mask
here.
first and then assist that other person.
Bam, let's get
Keep your
flaps
mask on
going.
until an uniformed
Clear
crew
that.
member advises you to remove it. In In the event of an emergency,
Flaps
please
5.
racing position.
Flaps
Lean
5.
forward with your hands on top of your head and your elbows against your thighs. Ensure your feet are
Right,
flat.
that's clear.
The
Right
life
is
vest is
clear.
located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to
Full
do so,
left.
open the plastic pouch and
Center.
remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Press
Full
the
right.
straps around your waist
Center.
and adjust to the front. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord
wasn't
only
ready.
when leaving
Okay.
the aircraft. If you need to
Full left.
refill the vest, blow into the mouth.
Center.
Use
Check.
the whistle and light to
Full
attract
right.
attention. Also, your
Center.
seat's bottom cushion
Check.
can be used as a flotation device.
Full
Pull the
back.
cushion from the seat, slip your arms to the
Center.
straps, and hug the
Check.
cushion to your chest.
Full down.
We remind you that this
Center.
is a non-smoking flight.
Check.
Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located
Full
in the
left.
lavatories is prohibited by law.
Center.
You'll
Check.
find this and all other safety
Full right.
information in the card located in the seat
Center.
pocket in front of you.
Check.
We strongly suggest you read it before
Dispatch
takeoff.
clearance.
If you have any questions, please don't
Confirmed.
hesitate to ask
Before
one of our
taxi
crew
checklist,
members.
please.
We wish you an
Before
all
taxi
enjoyable
checklist.
flight.
Generators on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switches continuous. Recall checked. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Dispatch clearance
Checked.
checked. Before taxi checklist complete.
Clear left.
Clear right.
All right, let's get rolling. Oops.
Approaching 09.
Views are just a little further back, so I'm just trying to get used to the slight change in depth perception here. Watch these speeds, so well, they're going off on the 9s, but that's not where winds have us going today. Gotta love Flight Simulator. Alright, let me hold these speeds back a little more. We have collisions off because I was running into issues over in Portland. I picked up Flightbeam Portland. I got videos of it. I just don't want to throw any of it up right now. Just for the fact that the quality isn't the best on it. And, well, it's not the quality isn't the best. First one I ran into a crash. The second one I was talking about all the external views and stuff that I was trying to do. And it didn't work out that way.
The cabin is secure.
I'll probably still encode it and throw it up, but there was known issues everybody's running into where you're just crashing into invisible objects, and so the solution is to turn on no collisions. So that's kind of what I did. So now I don't have to worry about anything. I can just probably fly this thing right into the ground and just bounce. Not that I would do that. Alright, so just about down here. So Going all the way down to the blast gates there. Booking a little too fast on the taxi. Alright, let's...
Check speed.
I'm checking it. Before takeoff checklist, please.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
5 green lights. Flaps 5 green light.
Stabilizer trim.
5.4 units.
Before
5
takeoff
point.
Checklist complete.
Runway entry procedure.
Check. Ready to go.
Approaching 27. On runway 27.
There we go. Alright, so we are up and on. Retractables, turn her off. Alright, let's do this. Set takeoff thrust.
Check. 80 knots.
Checked.
V1.
Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Traffic.
Yeah.
Traffic.
Right, so there she goes. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
After takeoff checklist, please.
Stand by.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds. On. Packs. Auto. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up. No lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Happy to release the cabin?
No.
Okay.
Take a peek out here real quick. See what we got. Alright, we're just getting the old flight out here. I'm just going through and make sure he's got everything. I always check, but he does, but I just gotta make sure sometimes. And so we got foggy coast today. I know it's been foggy the last few days here. Alright, so we'll get up outside Zoo. I'm gonna clear us up to 290. Technically, I think the next step is 24. I'd have to double check the charts. I probably could have hand flew most of this departure, but I find that I got to get this microphone remounted so it's up out of my way and I can actually see some of these gauges. Release the cabin here shortly. Detune the navs.
Roger. Happy to release the cabin?
Yes.
Set.
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay.
There. Alright, so we don't have much to say here for a public address. But otherwise, everything is rolling good. I'm going to roll this out. 2 clicks. He's holding okay. I'm going to make sure his terrain is on with his traffic. No, he had traffic on. Thought he did. There we go. Perfect. So he's got terrain. I've got weather. Alright guys, sit back, relax, hopefully I get some cool video shots in here, and we'll be back in when we get ready to start our descent, which we're looking at top of climb at 58 nautical miles, so at 20:59 Zulu, so 8 minutes we'll be at the top of the climb, and we're about 3:26 out from Phoenix, 21:46, so not even an hour, so we should be starting the descent in roughly 20 minutes. But we'll be back when we get to setting that up and ride this bird right on down into the city of the sun. So I'll catch you there, guys. Alright everybody, Real Witch Doctor here. We just had a change in our, I don't know why I said Real Witch Doctor here. We had weather change, so we are now coming in on ILS approach, runway 8. Weather has shifted, so I need to go back in and reprogram this here. So we still have 5,000 on this approach, heading, actually 336. Okay, we're still looking good on that, so I just need to change the 300, still good, 111.75. Okay, I'm still all square on that avenue of everything. All right, so let me pull this up. We're good. Let me get the get this going because we got to start our descent here shortly. You have control.
I have control.
All right, so we got that square. I verified that. Let me get this square. So this is our arrival data. This might shift down a bit, but not by much. Nav radio has been set. Approach course has been. Hang on, let me pull these charts up. I'm glad I checked the weather. So we are looking at 078. All right, so get this. God damn it. There we go. 78. Okay, so we're good there. 078. Landing performance I've already squared away. Auto brake set. Let me do the approach brief. We're going to do that right away because we're just touching down. We'll be right there.
Okay. The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, planning a flaps 30 landing. VREF is 146. Final approach fixed altitude is 3000 feet. Decision height is 300 feet. Missed approach altitude is 5000 feet. Taxi route in will be assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a gate. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport nodes have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
None.
Approach brief complete. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we'll begin our descent to your destination here in just a moment. On behalf of the flight crew and staff, I want to thank you for flying with us today. I hope that you choose us for all your flying needs in the future. Thank you.
I have control.
You have control.
Descent checklist, please.
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Landing altitude is 110 feet. Recall checked. Auto brake level 2. Landing data.
VREF 146. Minimums 300 feet.
Checked. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
One of the things I keep forgetting to do when I get up to cruise, and I do have it marked on my sheet and I keep forgetting to do it, I gotta highlight it, is set that down to 10. We're getting ready. I'm going to start descent now. Let me roll this down to 5,000 feet. And descent now. Execute. I know it's saying arrival is not available for the runway, but it's there. We're using it. Let me just recheck these charts here. The localizer, yeah, it's the back side of it, but we should still be good. 111.75 at 078, 5,000, 3,000 for the final approach fix. All right, I think I'm happy with that. 111.75 and 078. He's still set for the missed approach. Okay. Looks like we got another weather front up in front of us. I think they had some pretty good rains in Phoenix the other day. I know the descent started early, but there is a couple tight spots in the descent that I don't want to be like chop and drop. Yeah, because I checked the weather here and I've got coming at 110 at 5, and indication right there is that the weather has changed. Do I still have same on altimeter? I got 04, we're up to 05, so let me write that down on my sheet because that's an update. 05. I'm glad I've been getting really proficient with the FMC down there to flip through it and get that all squared away. So yeah, I mean, our top descent was what, 40 out. We can take a nice gradual descent down and then pick it up as we need. But you know, not a bad looking view up there. That should be the Colorado, and I want to say we're outside of Blythe? Yeah, we should be right over Blythe if I'm looking at that correct. Not a bad looking view, so that should be, if I remember right, that was the 15? Is that right? It's been a while since I've driven out that way, so it's not a drive that I look forward to. But I do make it from time to time. And would most certainly not want to do that in the summer, that is for sure. But we're pretty much crossing over the Arizona border at this point. We can throw up some of the airport data here. So we'll get through transition, and I need to get that set. Okay, so we'll hit transition and then start our approach checklist and shoot on in. Yeah, walking the park. So what are we planning on being down? This is the descent, not the progress. So let's hit progress. 128 nautical miles, 127 nautical miles out. We're expected arrival at 2134 Zulu, so 24 minutes we'll be on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. As you notice, we've started our descent down into Phoenix. We expected to be on the ground in about 24 minutes, so sit back and relax and enjoy your flight. Remember, as always, we appreciate that you choose American Airline for your travel needs and hope that you choose us again in the future. Or maybe I was supposed to do that afterwards. And if you don't like it, too bad. Suck it, because we own this anyways. What were we looking at for 25? So... Oh, Judith was at or above 25. Yeah, we started the descent probably a little too early, but 19 out for Judith. That's fine. We could step it down. I think when I was looking at the chart, I was looking at them to be a little more closer together. The path to be closer to get together than what I was originally thinking. Alright, we're up at Hogs. Kind of look up a little bit. Yeah, I do know it is cloudy and broken clouds, but nothing I was getting for rain. Now, as long as the weather doesn't shift again, we'll be okay. Because I'd hate to have to flip it back around. Yeah, I think from here we'll probably take our next run for the video up to Denver. Maybe we'll make it a two-parter, Denver and then up into Portland. Make that like a Sunday's flight if I got some time to fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright positions. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. And all
right.
luggage is stowed underneath the seat in front of you or to overhead.
Not much further, actually. Drag still required. All right.
Thank you.
Keep the drag going. far out are we? 26. Okay, we're getting there. So we hit Teach between 8 and 9,000. We're gonna have to start shallowing out. Well, nah, we should be okay. And then Tesla's next at 210. I'm gonna pull this in a little closer. Actually, he's already got his pulled up. What are we at? 27 now. I'm gonna start going over to the approach mode, so I can start watching for the localizer. I do believe that should start arming up here shortly. Alright, drag after Falgo. Oh yeah, because we're dropping some more speed. Gotcha. There you go. Got dogs going a little wonky out there. And if the weather does not flip, I'm going to be severely disappointed. Because that would be my luck. That it flips and then I got to flip back. Alright, so we got flaps coming up here. How far out are we? 23. We're still holding okay before really kicking the flaps in. So I'm going to lock the approach now since localizer is alive.
Glide slope alive.
Checked. We're not going to intercept. Can I roll that this way? No. Ah well. We're not going to intercept it unless I go heading. I need to flip it this way because otherwise we're never going to intercept this. Checked. Flaps 5.
Flaps 5. 1,011. Localizer alive.
Checked. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Gotta get that speed down here a little more. 12 out. Okay. Gear down, flaps 15.
Gear down, flaps 15.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
Landing.
Check.
Cleared.
Check.
And wrong one. Landing checklist, please.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down. Down.
Flaps.
Flaps 30, green light.
Landing checklist complete.
Set missed approached altitude.
Missed approach altitude set.
2,500.
I know technically I should have cleared a little later after the landing checklist, but it's okay. I'll call for landing when we hit minimums. I get them backwards all the time, but it's alright.
Final approach fix. Height checked. Missed approach altitude set.
Thought we had a dual for auto on this one, but I guess not.
Stable.
Landing. Cleared.
Check. Check.
Approaching 0, 8.
Okay, we're doing this by hand right now.
Plus 100. Minimums.
Landing.
Check.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
Long landing. Long landing.
Speed brake up. Reversers normal. Auto brake disarmed. 60 knots.
Checked.
Check.
4,000 feet remaining.
Okay to clean up.
Master caution. Anti-ice.
got aircrafts at our gate over there. Alright, so I'm trying to get in over here, but we've already got aircrafts at our gate, so I'm just going to park it up over here. Alright, let's give it some juice and make our turn and park it right up over there. I think there's this spot. I'm on the wrong side of this, that's alright. Lights and doors.
Check.
Right. Yeah.
Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. Doors disarmed. APU on the bus.
Oops, too hard. Hate it when this rudder is slipping on me here. Get this in. Alright, take a look outside and see where... Nope, we are still too far out. Looked like we were closer than we thought, right? Zoom in a little better. Oops. God. There we go. Alright. Birds parked.
We're not at 3 minutes yet. 3 minutes.
One, two off. One shut down. Let's bring the door open. Wrong one. Back to doors open. And bang. Of course. My bird doesn't fit here, even though that's what I was given. Anyways, let's get shutdown checklist going. Actually, he's still working on shutdown. Shutdown checklist, please. Shutdown checklist, please.
Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps, off. Probe heat, off. Hydraulic panel, set. Flaps, up.
Up.
Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers,
Cut off.
weather radar,
Off.
off. Shutdown checklist complete.
Secure the aircraft, please.
Check.
Alright, we're just going to secure out the aircraft since I can't do any parking services here. Even though this was... Well, actually, the next one was an assigned space, but it takes the exact same size aircraft. But whatever. Whatever, I'll tell you. Whatever. Secure checklist.
Secure checklist. IRSs, off. Emergency exit lights, off. Window heat, off. Packs, off. Secure checklist complete.
Alright, we are all said and done here, so welcome to Phoenix. actually pretty stoked here. That was a nice landing. I'm gonna definitely want to check out the replay on that bad boy. Yeah, there's some birds coming in over there. Sweet. Yeah, so welcome to Phoenix. Hopefully you enjoyed the American Airlines flight. What was it, 2671, non-stop from San Diego. Weather looks pretty nice out here, actually. And this was an actual flight today, which started at 12:38 and ended at 2:06 Pacific time. So it was fun to fly the real world flight on that. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I hope I get some pretty good outside shots with the replays, because I would love to get those up so you guys can check those out. But otherwise, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will catch you next time.